Marikuma. Welcome to part 3 of our fire signs reading for the year 2026. Okay, before we get started, let me introduce myself again. My name is Nix Marikuma, and I am the owner of Marikuma Healing, where we do card readings with playing cards, right? Because I don't have any oracle decks or tarots or like other types of things except for, again, playing cards is what I got on hand. I do palm readings. That means I read the lines on your hands and it tells me a little bit about you. Mainly, I do personality readings. So that's the kind of thing that I'm giving out right now. Um, Hopefully, in a few years, maybe by next year, I'll do a little bit more than just personality palm readings. But right now, that's what I have to offer. I also do counseling and advice. So, no, I'm not a certified counselor, but I have counseled quite a few people while my business has been running for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years by the grace of the gods and goddesses on January of next year. So, anyways, that being said, I also do a bunch of like healing videos. Some of y'all may be wondering, healing what, right? What type of healing are we doing in this business, in this channel? We're healing our mind, we're healing our body, we're healing our soul, and we're healing our hearts. We're learning about emotional intelligence and compassion and empathy towards ourselves and what we need, as well as how we can be healthy for other people. We're learning about expressing ourselves in a healthy way. We're learning about how to heal from trauma responses and abuse and toxicity and like how to handle PTSD, whether it be from abuse and trauma, whether it be work related, whether it be something else. Tips and tricks to ground ourselves and feel more centered when we're living in a world of madness, okay? Again, the world has been mad for a long time. It's just now more visible. And a lot of people are going to tell you that it's mad times living in a mad world, or vice versa, right? I'm here to just to help you guys and to teach you guys how to be healthy versions of yourself. Okay. Bottom line, working on mental health and making sure you have a good mind. Make sure we're dealing with trauma and depression and anxiety and other things that may be affecting up here in your body as well as in your spirit. Hopefully it brings you guys clarity and peace of mind. We do a bunch of witchcraft videos in this channel. Yes, I'm a witch. Not the high mage of the high sage. Not yet. Maybe like in 20 or 30 years from now. Maybe. You know, when I get a little bit more underneath my belt and things of that nature, possibly. But I teach you guys what I know and we kind of learn together. Okay. I'm self taught. So I don't really have like another person guiding me in this realm. Maybe in the spiritual realm, yeah. But like right now, it's just me teaching myself. So I'm learning off of books and things and I'm showing you guys as well. Um, Anyways, that being said, we do also TED Talks, okay? So I have two TED Talks already, Dark Minds and Butterflies and Barar, which is bent in rhythm, rhythm and rhyme. You guys are welcome to watch it. It is in my lives, okay? It's either in my videos or in my lives. One of those two. My lives are open for everybody. Okay, it's not just me, it's not when it comes on. You guys can watch Witchy Reads, which is kind of a TED talk, but mainly just a reading kind of thing. So if you like listening to people read books, I have witchcraft books all around, and we're right now still on The Everyday Psychic by the bodacious and lovely and amazing Karen Harrison. This book is good for beginners if you guys are trying to work on your psychic abilities as well as your intuition and things. This is good for beginners, people who are experienced, and people who are in the between. Like you're experienced, but you're still learning and kind of just in the middle, right? Yeah. Anywho, if these are the things that you guys are interested in, great. And for Dark Minds and Butterflies, we talk about life's good, bad, and ugly, theories, conspiracy, and otherwise. It's for deep conversations and things of that nature. I have these TED Talks as well just to like interact with you guys. So hopefully, if you guys want to be a part of it and you want to be my guest on my TED Talks, let me know in the comments below, man. Let me know. Be like, yo, bro, I'm going to try this TED Talk with you. I'll be like, all right, bet. What kind of things you want to talk about, right? For Verar, it's all about emotions and feelings and expressing ourselves. Sometimes we do it through poetry. Sometimes we do it through art. Sometimes we do it through, like, songs. I haven't really gotten to those kinds of part yet, but it'll totally be there soon. All right, now we are going to talk about part three for our fire sign reading for next year. All right. Part one, we read all the cards out. Part two, we talked a great deal about why 2025 has been the way that it has for you guys, as well as what your career, finance, and love life is going to be. This part, we're talking about family, friends, spiritual growth, as well as January through December, obstacles you may be facing, how to handle the obstacles, and what is the main theme for 2026 for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Okay. All right, we're getting into the details. We're pulling out cards. So, for your family, the outlook is togetherness. So, friendship, celebration, join company. Okay. So, what's going on? Why is it like that? Ooh. Resentment and a turning point. Y'all can't see. Can y'all see it? Yeah. I guess I have to not have it like up here. I have to be like, I'm being silly when I'm making these faces, but yeah. So resentment and a turning point is why we're having togetherness. Mm, Attention to detail, focus and practice. The Eight of Diamonds. Okay. I mean, this did come out and this one did. All right, I'm going to do it one more time. Loss and despair. Y'all have problems with your family. When I pulled out this card, I kind of was like, okay, well, at least you guys have, your family and everybody to help you. Now that I'm pulling in extra cards, does not look like they are your friends. I'm sorry, it does not look like they are your friends, man. So you want to have a family that is together. You want to be able to have people that you can rely on and they can support you and you celebrate each other and you lift each other up and you enjoy being around them. But resentment and a turning point is the same thing you're facing for your spiritual outlook, which we'll get into details of, right? Attention to detail, focus, and practice is the same theme you're going to be having for April, May, and June of 2026. And loss and despair has popped up like, okay, it's popped up once for your job. Okay, so yeah, it's just a lot of problems. I feel like if there's a lot of resentment, maybe you guys have issues with one another, or maybe you have issues with them because, like, again, we don't get to choose our family that we're born into, but we get to choose who we call family. Okay? It's kind of those things like, again, none of us asked us to be in this world. We didn't go over there to our parents and be like, you know what? I want to be born inside this world. I want to come into this world and I want to have this kind of life. Like, we didn't ask, we just came. Okay? I'm really sorry for some of you guys who are going through who are going really through having to deal with like maybe toxic family members, people who are kind of just using and abusing you, and whatever anger that you may have or pain that you're carrying due to them. I'm sorry for that because that's not cool. You shouldn't have to feel that way about people who are supposed to love you and care for you. You know what I mean? That's not something that should be happening. Make sure that you're using your time, energy, and effort wisely. If they are being rude and nasty to you guys, be okay to cut them off. I'm going to be very honest with you. Okay? Because I'm not ashamed of it. And I mentioned this on my last year videos. If you guys go like in the back in the day, right? Um, there have been some family members that I'm supposed to have in my on my thing, right? That I have completely cut off from. I have cut them off. I have cut off talking to them. I've cut off talking to like people that know them. And some of them I haven't talked to in years. Some of them forever, right? And it's not that I kind of came in and been like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just not gonna talk to them because I don't like them. No, it was a reason. They lied, they manipulated, they cheated, you know what I mean? They were stealing and being ugly, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need that kind of person in my life. So I went to no contacts. I went to deleting them. I went to blocking them. And this is going to sound like an asshole thing to say. I have peace. The reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I don't want you to feel bad about cutting off certain people. Blood or not, you have to have peace of mind. You need to surround yourself with people who love you, who respect you, who want you to succeed. You feel me? Not just going over there being like, oh my goodness, Leo, oh my goodness, Aries, oh my goodness, Sagittarius. Oh, you're so nice. I love you so much. They say nice things to your face, and the moment that you turn their back, oh my goodness, do you know that Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius have issues? Oh, girl, they got problems. This is they're putting out your laundry. They're gossiping about you. They're lying to you because I just don't see that you guys having resentments and having to turn away. I just don't see you guys hating people for no reason. Some of you guys fine, but a majority of you guys, nah. You want to have somebody that you want to have a together family. A together family is somebody you can rely on and trust. But you guys don't have that. You don't. A lot of you guys don't because there's no reason for these two cards to be together. Resentment, there's hate, and there's anger, and there's pain. Turning inward is accepting that certain people are going to be a certain way. Okay. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to also put this out there before we get into more details. You don't have to forgive somebody and like them, and you still don't have to forgive somebody and hate them. Okay. I'm going to call this person Tulip. Okay. I love Tulip. Tulip, unfortunately, is my family member, right? It's a member of my family member. Their name is Tulip. And Tulip has done a lot of things that now that I sit back and think about it is kind of fucked up, right? But I still love and respect Tulip. And even though I have a relationship with Tulip, I accept that there's some things I just cannot forgive Tulip doing, okay? Because some of the things were just so hectic and so wild that I'm just like, if I'm going to be angry at Tulip, because here's the thing, it's split in both ways. I'm angry at Tulip and I'm angry at Charles, okay? Again, two different names for two different people, but these people exist. I'm just using different names for them. So that way I'm not putting them on full blast. I don't want to go over there and be like, well, so and so did this to me. Listen, I don't want to be that petty on this live. And I've done some pretty shitty things too. I wouldn't want somebody to be like, oh, you know what, Nyx did this. Yeah. Keep the person, change the name. Okay? Like if I'm not doing that to you, don't put me on blast like that. Damn. Shit. But yeah, like Tulip and Charles. Tulip and Charles have pissed me the fuck off. I do not forgive Charles and I don't care about Charles. I don't forgive Tulip on some things, right? Some, but I still care about Tulip because me and Tulip have gone through a lot. And I know that that's kind of like a really weird relationship. Okay, I get that. But I'm using that as an example. Like, you don't have to hate somebody, but you don't have to forgive them either. And you don't have to care about somebody, and you still don't have to forgive them. Forgiveness is always going to be for you. Okay, forgive yourself. When it comes to forgiving other people, when you forgive them, that means their action no longer bothers you. Last year, I had closure. I forgave somebody who cheated on me. We'll call them Steven. All right? Steven cheated on me years ago. Years. I was devastated. And I was like, how could you do that to me, Steven? How could you do that to me? And I thought for the longest time I got over that shit, right? Until they said they were sorry many years later, like 9, 8 years later. That should tell you. And getting closure, what you think is going to feel like versus actually getting it, two different things. Okay? Again, what does this have to do with my family? What does this have to do with resentment? Resentment is hate. It's hate. It's dislike. It's not being completely okay with them. And it's just kind of despising them. You can cut it, flip it, dice it, cook it however you like. It is what it is. And a lot of times we resent ourselves as well as other people. I resent myself for wasting my time trying to make excuses for Charles. There is no excuse for Charles. Charles is Charles. They will never change, right? I blame myself for making excuses for Tulip. Tulip is Tulip. And even though Tulip is kind of changing a little, Tulip still did what Tulip did, right? And I can't be like, I can't go over there and beat myself up for giving people chances that didn't deserve second chances in the beginning. Because again, I gave it to them. I admit and I accept my faults in it, but I don't take in all that responsibility because not all the responsibility is mine to carry. Okay? So yeah, you don't have to love somebody. You don't have to be their friends. You don't have to feel shitty for not forgiving them and feeling pressured. Here's the thing. I hate when people tell other people to forgive because forgiveness isn't for you. Forgiveness isn't for them. It's for you. It's what God would want. It's what Jesus would want. It's what the higher gods and goddesses and divine powers and entities of the great divine would want. Your higher self would want you to forgive them. Listen here. No. I'm sorry. No. They don't deserve your forgiveness. They don't deserve your forgiveness. And you should never have to feel ashamed for not giving people grace and mercy. Some people don't deserve it. They don't. I'm not that kind of healer, bro. I'm not that kind of healer and teacher and guide. And I'm not that kind of witch and spiritual believer that's going to be like, oh, we should just forgive everybody. Listen, forgive these nuts. I said what I said. Some of y'all gonna look at me, bro, that's savagery. Hey, savagery, yes. But everybody, you forgive when you want to forgive. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay? Especially when it's coming to family. Family should have your back. They should never go over there and betray you and lie to you and manipulate you and use you. That's not blood. That's not family. Blood or no blood, you are not my family if you're doing that shit to me. Again, we're doing Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius 2026 reading and things, right? So yeah. Anyways, make sure you're putting your time, energy, and effort in things that work for you. And it is okay to cry. Okay? Because again, you want a together family. You want a family that got your back. And by the looks of these, you don't have that. With the resentment being the cause of wanting to have this, and having attention to detail, focus, and practice, right? And then having loss and despair. Loss and despair is grieving. You are grieving right now, and you have the right to grieve. It's okay. You're not weak for being sad, and you're not stupid for wanting things to be better and everything like that. So never ever feel ashamed for wanting to do things and wanting to have things work out for you. It's okay. And I say these words with love. I don't say this to be like a dick or a mean person. I say this because I love you guys enough to give you clarity and peace. Don't waste your time with people who are not worth it. Make sure that whatever connections you have with family, that they're genuine and true. If they're showing you their colors of being like a narcissistic, abusive person, cut them off. Cut them off. Walk away. They're not worth your time. They're probably the ones that are blocking your blessings. People will smile to your face, bro. I'm telling you. There are people in this world that are blocking other people from their blessings. I can never get, like, it says that y'all can give me messages, yeah, and there has been like a message or so, but I cannot get it. I don't know. Hopefully, if y'all are still like in there when the live ends, don't forget to put a comment there too, because I think the comment is the only way that I can get y'all's messages. I just don't, it doesn't pop up. I'm sorry. All right, we're gonna get into your friendship, okay? This is all about romance, childishness, irresponsibility. This card, excuse me, as a whole is all about being carefree. All right, I do what I want when I want it, and I'm not gonna be tied down by anything or anybody or any situation. I just do me kind of energy. So, okay. Mm. Resentment, guys, come on. This card has popped up too many times. Who's fucking with you guys? Whose butt do I need to whip, man? Eh, Seven of diamonds, man. Resentment. Okay. Just so you guys know, I'm mixing it up, okay? Oh. Endurance, diligence, and strength. Again, time, energy, and effort. Ooh-wee. That's the outcome, man. I did pick it up. Okay, I'm gonna just no, because I did take it out. So nostalgia, childhood, and old friends, past. Something's telling me to put that card back. Hold on, let me have my coffee. Ah. So you want to have a family that's put together, that you can love and support, and that loves and supports you. When it comes to friendship, is showing off being carefree and doing whatever they want kind of thing. Maybe you want a friend that is like, carefree, but at the same time, somebody who's got your back. Where's the resentment coming from? Where is the resentment coming from? Like, what is this? Nine of clover, six of hearts. I may end up pulling another card, man. I may be just doing some double decks or something. I did that a lot last year when I was doing my 2025 year readings. So let me just look at this really quick. So, because of resentment and a turning point, it's causing carefreeness. Attention to detail, focus, and practice is what we need to be focusing on. And the past is an outcome. Why is the past there? I'm not understanding this, man. Do you just have like a selfish, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going to ask where the resentment is coming from. So I'm going to pull a second card deck. You guys are the first time this year that I've been pulling extra card decks and things. So planning and preparing is what's causing it. Okay. So they can't keep on track. They're not organized. Moving on and getting to a better place mentally. Okay. Emotions and empathy. So the reason why there is some resentment towards friendship and things is just due to the lack of planning, preparing. They fuck with your mental health. they're not very healthy to be around. They may like not keep their words. They could be very disorganized. They don't keep anything up to date and they can be very selfish. You know what I mean? And it messes with your emotions and it messes with your mind. So, okay. I'm writing these things down so that way I can be able to get it in check. I'm going to be saying if that's the case, then yeah, you should have a friend that's just enduring and strength and giving. So, endurance, diligence, and strength. Somebody that puts time, energy, and effort into you just as much as you put time, energy, and effort into them. You need a friend that's both. Okay? Yes, it's important to be carefree and do your own thing and live your life to the fullest and all that. Yes, but you can't be so far to the fact where you're only doing what you want to do, you're getting selfish, and you're not somebody that's reliable. And if it's the past card, maybe you're dealing with somebody in the past. So I'm going to go pull that card out. Okay? Why is the past the outcome? Great wealth and inheritance, which is going to be the theme of 2026 for Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. Financial. Moving on and getting into a better place mentally. Loss of opportunity. Okay, so they could have been using you. I just look at it. It's okay. So the reason why there's resentment in there is just because of somebody not respecting your mental and emotional well-being. Maybe you don't feel like you're being heard and it caused a friction or a rift. You need somebody that puts time, energy, and effort into you just as much as you put time, energy, and effort into them. You need a friend that's equal. And for the past being the outcome of it, maybe they used like I'm not gonna say they used you for money. Okay. I'm not gonna say it like that. That's a possibility. Because great wealth and inheritance normally is financial. But it can also mean like, great wealth and inheritance, like I have abundance and family love and friendship and opportunities and financial stabilities and things of that nature. So it could be, but something is really whispering to me that it's financial. And the fact that it messed with your mental health and you're able just to kind of move past it, it could have been a past friend. There can be or might be a past friend that you've known for a while that is just not going to make it because they can be very selfish. They can be kind of like, not really giving you what you're giving them. And you're noticing it or you've been knowing that this is something that's been going on. And because you've known them for so long, you've been willing to kind of look past it and still consider them as your friend, as your person, or whatever, right? Man, my ears are burning. Hold on, guys. I just need to close my thing. smoke this thing. Sorry guys, hold on. I know that I'm being a bit of a bottom. Okay. I'm gonna be burning some cinnamon sticks. So, sorry for that. I'm also gonna eat a cinnamon stick. So, yeah. All right. All right, where are you? Don't be shy now, grow. There. If you do not have sage, y'all can really use cinnamon stick. It's good for love, it's good for protection, it's good for money. Okay? I personally like burning rosemary. Rosemary is good to calm your nerves. Yeah, it is used for love and things, but it's great for clarity and protection of the mind. So, yeah. Okay. Where's my cinnamon thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, like I was saying, for the past, it could be a past person. The reason why it's a past person, situation, or thing is due to finance and something about your mental health. Be able to move on and let go. And it could be a loss of opportunity, but maybe, like, here's the thing, loss of opportunity doesn't mean that you're not going to get anything. It just means that certain things are not meant for you to have. And if you guys are like, oh man, 2026, new year, new me, gonna do my own stuff, no. Yeah, you can get the new stuff, baby, but you're gonna have to get rid of the old things. The things that no longer suit you, they gotta go. You can't hold on to the old stuff and get the new things. One or the other. We're letting go new things so we can keep the old stuff, or we're eventually letting this thing go and welcome up new stuff. There. Mint is also good to burn, which this is. Oh, stay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna be right back, okay? I'll be right back. Hopefully, y'all don't witness my bed being on fire. I'm living like dangerous. I'll be right back in a moment, okay? Okay. So I'm back, guys. Sorry, it's kind of late where I'm at. So just making sure everything is square. And we are totally gonna be hearing rain, guys. God's playing baseball in the sky. Um, oh man. Shit. There's a lot of I do a lot of cursing in these videos. Some point in time, we're gonna have like a little swear jar and see how much times do I really swear, right? How bad can it be? But yeah. So we're gonna get into we did your family. You need to have people again that give what you give. That's probably gonna be a repeating thing that I'm gonna be saying in this reading. For friendship, there is resentment, okay? And I feel like it could be resentment towards them because they may seem like unreliable and they just do stuff that messes with your mental health and they're not compassionate, empathetic. So I think if you're the one kind of being that way, you should work on being compassionate, empathetic, be able to connect with other people. If it's the other way around and you're dealing with a friend that's not really treating you like what a friend should treat, right? Like if you're a good friend, if you're an honest, kind, compassionate, understanding, loyal friend, then that means you need to have the same type of person for you. You can't just be giving everything out to somebody and not receiving anything. Okay? That's not a good relationship. I'm not even saying that to be mean. Okay. Now we're going to get into your spiritual, which is represented by the Seven of Diamonds. Resentment and a turning point, guys. I'm sorry, resentment and resentment and a turning point. This is like the ultimatum kind of thing. Like, listen, either you're going to get right or I'm getting out. One or the others. Ultimatum. My younger sister, the sister, like, because I have an older sister, right? And I have like a younger sister next to me. Then my brother and I have a little sister. But the one that's third, okay, the third oldest or the second oldest, the way that you look at it, um, she is the queen of ultimatums. She had taught me how to do them. And she was like, because my family calls me Mary, right? And some people call me like, Nix or whatever. Y'all can say either or. But she's the queen of ultimatums, and she was just like, look, either you're gonna act right. Oh wow. I would put all three of them down, but I don't know which one you want me to do. So okay. Healing. Victimization and giving up is what's causing you guys to have some resentment. New friendship and romance. So the Ace of Hearts. Can you guys even? Jesus. Okay, I'm trying to find it because like I have a ring light on. So it gets bright. Okay. And because of these is kind of like laminated or whatever, it's hard to see. So we're doing healing. We're focusing on new friendship and new relationships and things of that nature and romance. Okay. Empathy and turning inward. Let's get it. Okay. So because you guys are going through resentment and a turning point, right? You guys are going through your healing era. That's for your spiritual outlook. Healing, like I said in part one, it takes a long ass time. And once you start, you're going to be doing this for the rest of your life. I'm not even saying this to like scare you guys or to be that asshole or whatever. I'm being honest. Healing is not for weak people. It's not. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot for you to heal because this is what's happening. I want you guys to understand, ever since we were kids, okay? When you were a kid, I was a kid, and our parents were teaching us how the world works, okay? Or our grandparents, or whatever, or whoever our guardian was. If you guys were raising yourselves, then you taught yourself the best way you could through experiences that you've seen in the world. A lot of times, our parents teach us how to survive. They don't always teach us how to live our life and experience the world instead of, like, having trauma responses and trying to do this, that, and the third and stuff, right? When you are trying to heal, you're healing from all the things, like you're reteaching yourself how to do stuff. You're unlearning a lot of stuff, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So when I was healing myself, I was reteaching myself. Okay. People pleasing is a fawn response, which is a trauma response. This means that you will see people try to appease other people, that try to please everybody so that way there's no fight. Somebody who's suffering from the fight response are very aggressive, temperamental, and very controlling. Okay? People who are running from, who have the flight, right? Flight. Like you're flying away. Their response to life is avoiding confrontation, running from their problems, not getting into anything, and never staying in one place. Anything that may threaten them, they run. They avoid. They don't really brace it. They don't go over there and face it. They run away from it, and then they go to a next thing and the next thing and the next thing after that. And I get it that it's hard to feel safe. And sometimes you don't think that you have your trauma responses really out there fucking with you because, again, you're so used to it. Your body is so used to surviving that when you're learning how to heal, you're feeling everything. Healing requires feeling. And sometimes the feelings, a lot of times, the feelings are not sunshines and rainbows and lollipops. They're anger. You're feeling the rage. You're feeling the betrayal. You're sitting back and you're thinking, you know what? This person did this to me and they really messed me up. They really hurt my feelings. They did this, that, and the third to me. And I just let them do it. I just went over there and been like, you know what? I should have been, I could have been, I would have been, whatever's. Listen, you don't know what you know now. And again, everybody's healing from different things. A lot of people think that you shouldn't be like, healing is one and done. No, you're unlearning a lot of things. You are unlearning about surviving. You are learning how to express your life and live it fully and not be overwhelmed and tired. You know what I mean? You're not going over there and you're not going over there and trying to please everybody. You're not going over there having to fight people all the time. You're not going over there running away from your problems. You're not going over there having fainting spells and panic attacks and things. When you heal, you learn how to feel it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You learn how to accept that certain things were the way that they were, and you can't just make a picture in your mind so that way you can pretend that it wasn't that bad. Some things were ugly and you face them. Learn from your trauma responses, learn how to get off of survival mode and be in safety mode, living your life, because your mind and your body doesn't know when it gets out of a toxic situation that it no longer needs to run on survival mode. You have to be able to relax your body and calm yourself and work on tips and tricks to make yourself feel safe again. And I think that's where a lot of the anger comes from, not only from the pain that you have survived in, but just having to tell yourself you're okay all the time. It's exhausting. Believe and receive, I know it's exhausting. There is times that I cry and that I scream and that I just kind of like really have it because I'm just like, I shouldn't have to be spending my life telling myself that I'm safe because of something that happened 5 years ago, right? Because you're going to be dealing with it. It's going to get better and you're going to get stronger. And healing is going to get a little bit easier as you go along, but it's never this. If you are ever with somebody who's like, I'm the queen and king and the royal in between of healing, and it's just swoop, they're lying to you or they haven't really healed. Healing will take you up. Then there'll be something that happens in your life. You go back down, you come back up again, you take a swirl, you go through the inner way, across the river, over a bridge, through the woods, into the canyons, into a valley of lilies and cactuses. It's crazy. All right. Now let's get into the steps of healing. Think of it as an iPhone update all the time. That's what healing is like. The first three steps are hard as fuck. The last three steps, y'all gonna like it. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, I enjoy the last three steps of healing. The first three steps, no, they suck balls. And not in a fun way. Um, yes, we have jokes. Hopefully children are not listening to these jokes. But anyways, like I was saying, right? So the first step of healing is forgiving yourself. This is all that the when it comes to forgiveness, I will always preach about forgiving yourself. Again, you did what you thought was right. You gave chances to people who are not worth your time. You wanted to be nice, you wanted to be kind, you wanted to be empathetic and forgiving and all that, and it didn't work out. You know what I mean? It didn't work out. Some people took that kindness for weakness, and that's their fault. Right? Now, forgiving yourself is the first step. It's not easy. You did what you thought was right. You did what you could. The second step, work on your scars. Okay? I have scars like a little bit on my face, a lot of scars on my back, like scratches and things of that nature, right? And some of them will fade away and heal. But the memories of our scars, right? The memory of our pain, that's mental scars. The emotion that it brings, the pain, the fear, the confusion, the complex feelings of like maybe being sad but happy, angry but relieved, kind of thing. It can be weird. That can be your emotional scars and your spiritual scars when your body, right, has a memory and goes through a feeling, and you should swear that you're stuck in that position again. You're stuck with that person. You're stuck in that situation. You're stuck with that thing or whatever that is constantly tormenting you, constantly giving you a hard time. And you're just kind of wondering, will it ever end? Is this my fault? Did I do something to deserve this? Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm the reason why they're upset. I'm the reason why I got hit. I'm the reason why I got sexually assaulted. I'm the reason why I got, physically beaten, things of that nature. Maybe it's me. And it's not. Obviously, you didn't do anything to deserve such madness. People are dicks. Hurt people hurt other people and make other people feel shitty because they feel shitty within themselves. And instead of doing the inner work, they project it out on everybody else. Sadly, we have a world full of those types of people. You know what I mean? And here's my thing. I know that, like, me personally, I am a villain, okay? I'm a villain in some people's stories. And some of people's stories have the right to call me a villain. And other people just kind of see me as that because I told them no. I'm like, look, I'm not really for this. I don't really want to deal with it. Oh, you're a terrible person. Da, da, da. Listen, I'm okay being somebody else's villain in somebody else's story, so long as I'm not going over there wasting and killing myself. Like, I'm at that age in my life. I'm at that point in my life where if it doesn't bring me peace of mind, I don't want it because I spent way too long and far too many years killing myself, setting myself on fire, and sacrificing my needs for other people's. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do that anymore. And neither should you. So work on your scars. Work on your trauma responses and allowing yourself to feel safe. Now, your scars follow the next step, which is step 3. PTSD, your triggers. I don't want to hear anybody coming to me and telling me that you don't have any triggers. Have you been through an abusive relationship? Yeah, I've been through an abusive relationship. Yeah, I got hurt, but I got over it. Then why are you needing to heal? People think that healing, that you're healed, okay? Because I've done this before. People will believe that they're healed if they don't think about what happened and they push forward. You're not thinking about what happened doesn't mean that you're not dealing with it. It's going to come back up again. It's like burying something in the sand. Eventually, the water will take out the sand and it will reveal itself. Okay? It will show itself again. What are you going to do? Because how you react is going to be depending on if you healed or not. If it doesn't phase you anymore, you accepted it, you're pissed at it, but it no longer holds like emotional, physical, like mental or spiritual power over you, then okay, you've healed. But a lot of times we don't heal from things that we just bury away. It will come back up again. And at some point in time, the universe, the higher power, your guardian angels, the divine, right, will show you that thing. It will come back. It will come back to you and a different person and the same person in a different situation and different thing. And it's going to make you have to face it. So it's best to face it now and deal with that pain and deal with the hurt and deal with the emotions that lies into it and accept that either this is something I can heal from and the trigger won't trigger me anymore, or when I do get triggered, how to ground myself and feel safe. Because when I'm triggered, I feel like I'm stuck in a place. I get panic attacks and anxiety attacks. I used to get them like often, especially like in my early 20s and late teens and early teens. I used to have them constantly. And it was so bad to the point where I would miss school or go to the hospital because I can't breathe. I fainted and something else, right? I learned how to meditate and ground myself. I learned how to talk to myself in a nice way so that way I can be like, okay, I'm feeling threatened. This is where this feeling is coming from. I look at my surroundings. I'm okay. I'm fine. Don't worry, right? Take it easy and just kind of take it slow by slow. Sorry, I'm having some mint around. I like to just smoke cleanse when I'm doing my readings, and I also enjoy the fucking smell. Like the smell tastes, the smells nice. Um, anyways, my bad. So yeah, like I was saying, that's gonna be your thing. Triggers, some of them you're gonna be able to handle. Like I gotten better on not being triggered by like door knocks and things, But I hate when people tell me they're just kidding. They wanted to receive reaction. Loosen up. Don't take it so seriously. It's a joke, right? You shouldn't be so sensitive. Those words really take me off. And like my family and friends know that those words tick me off. But like when I have a partner, right? Like if I ever get to having a relationship and I have a partner, I'm going to tell them, like, yo, when you say these things to me, I am not going to believe you. I'm letting you know now. We're getting to know each other, right? We've been dating for like 5 or so months. I just think you should know that these certain words, I'm not going to believe you. I've been told them so many times and they've been used to hurt me that I just don't trust those words. And I don't really trust the mouth that it's coming out of. Again, steps of healing. Some triggers you're going to be able to be okay with. You're going to learn how to ground yourself, how to center yourself, how to make yourself feel safe. Healthy coping mechanisms like soothing. For me, when I'm really like overwhelmed, I kind of like rub my face a lot. And like if I'm upset or if I'm about to cry or if I'm really angry or just like super like uncomfortable, I have a habit of doing this, right? I do this a lot. Like I rub my arms and I rub my face. Because for me, rubbing my face helps me relax. I guess it's like a soothing kind of thing, but at the same time, you can't be doing this everywhere you go. Going there into an interview for the first time in a job, I like to go to a job because you know, I'm losing my glasses on this shit. But like you're gonna have to find healthy ways, maybe, to do it in a normal way. Now you can do all that rubbing on your face and arms at home, or maybe with your friends and family, but you can't do it outside in public places. Trust me, I know. I've done it. I've been told that I can't be doing it because it looks unnormal. Not that I care about looking normal, being normal, but healthy habits, healthy things. All right. So we talked about the first three steps: forgiving ourselves, obviously, working on our scars, and working on our triggers. Now, the last three steps, which are the fun ones. Again, we're talking about your spiritual outlook and why is it represented by resentment. There's a lot of anger coming from an unhealed place, man. It's all right. So, the last three steps, which are the funnest: block unnecessary people, cut them off from your life. Because I'm telling you this now. There are people, like, okay, because here's the thing. Because I do the spiritual thing, okay, there's some people that will smile to your fucking face and pray for your downfall. There are people in this world that will smile and pray for you not to be successful and wish for you not to be happy. And they may not even do any magic against you, they may not even do any witchcraft against you, but their hopes and their energy is sending out to attack you. You're getting energy attacks. Okay, you're getting spiritual attacks from an envious and ugly person. And your blessings are like a water, and they're blocking that like a dam. Once you get rid of a few people, or like all the people that are not worth your life, you're going to start seeing your blessings come in. You're going to start seeing things turn around. You're going to start seeing things like really working together because you got rid of these people and they don't know what's going on in your life. You don't have to tell everybody about your big move. There's a lot of things that I'm planning on for like next year in 2027 for this business I'm not telling everybody about, right? Let your friends be surprised and let your enemies be godsmacked, okay? Show them that you still got it. Now, I would like to say tap into the pettiness because if you don't have any love to give, at least you got the pettiness, right? Um, but I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to show you guys how to be good. But when in doubt, pettiness out, you know? Go there, no, so we're gonna be petty now. Okay. I mean, like fire signs, y'all are the queen and kings and royals in betweens of pettiness. Water signs are the queens and kings and royal in betweens of emotional pettiness. Okay, and the earth signs, we just like to go over there and really like get people flustered. We have sharp tongues. It may not be pettiness, but we really will go out there and do the most. And for air signs, their pettiness is in their duality. Y'all can be like, okay, y'all have your duality. Y'all dance with your light and your shadows. So your pettiness is dual. You can be petty with the hands, petty with the voice, petty with the energy, petty with the wisdom of it all. Like y'all have different ways of being petty, air signs. I'm coming for you next. Okay? But yeah, like I was saying, go over there and block those people who haven't been treating you right. Kick those fake people out of your life. You can delete them. You can kick them aside. They listen, their subscription has ran out. Their friendship subscription, their family subscription, their relationship subscription has run out. There's no resubscribing. So peace, love, and deuces. Okay, bye. Nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that lazy energy. Peace. You know what I mean? Peace out. Now, the fifth and sixth step. The fifth step is that you're learning yourself, you're trying new things, seeing where it goes, how you feel about certain stuff, right? And then you are going to go over there on your sixth step. You're going to finally be comfortable in your skin a little bit, and you're going to kind of connect with people. So, connecting with people is our next step. So, after healing, and going through that journey, you are going to start experiencing and loving yourself. We are going after new friendship, people who give what we give, love what we love, right? So if I'm giving you my best, you're going to give me your best. If I'm not having a good day, you are going to support me. And if you're not having a good day, I'm going to support you. Just like how Kevin Hart said it. If you're my best friend, right? If you're my best motherfucking friend, you have signed up already that your bullshit is my bullshit and my bullshit is your bullshit and we're in this thing together. So bitch, please listen. If you are my best motherfucking friend, you have signed up to be my ride and die. Buckle up, buttercup. It's gonna be a wild ride. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't know, you didn't read your friendship contract that says my shit's your shit and your shit's my shit. We're in this shit together. So, where are you gonna go? You know too much. You're gonna be my best friend for this lifetime and the next. So, again, meeting new people, trying new things. When it comes to when it comes to romance, be ready for a relationship. Do not jump in the bandwagon because you are lonely. Don't be in a relationship because you are lonely. Don't do it. Ladies and guys and my royals in betweens, I'm jumping on all of you. Ladies, I'm talking about us. Kings, listen. My royals, listen. Because some of y'all are dating ladies, all right? Us ladies, when we are going into a relationship because we are lonely, we do not want to deal with ourselves. We are doing it so that way we have somebody to distract us from the things that we need to work on ourselves with. Y'all come from me, y'all want to. You know that is true. I've done it. You've done it. We all are guilty of doing it at some point. Guys, I'm going to jump on you, but I'm not trying to come and be mean to any of you guys, not to my queens, my kings, and royals in betweens. When you guys go into a relationship because you are lonely, you're not working on your stuff. You're not working on the fact that because you're using, okay, here's the thing. We are using people, right, to fill up a hole that people can't fill up on. If I'm with this person's going to make me whole. You're putting your happiness and your expectation on another person. That means that this person is not only in charge of their happiness, they're in charge of your happiness too. Ladies, it's the same way with the guys. You're making sure that he is only in charge of his happiness and he's also in charge of your happiness. So his job to make himself and you're happy, but you're not giving it back. Relationships are hard. It requires patience. It requires time. It requires understanding and empathy and compassion. It requires compromise. When I say compromise, I don't mean, ladies, that he does everything that you want when you want it, and that you don't have to do anything for him because he's the one who needs to compromise. That's not a real relationship. That is not a healthy thing. Kings. So she has to compromise and give up everything that she wants to make you happy because that's what it's like to be in a relationship. The same thing they said to the queens, kings. That's not real. That's not a healthy relationship. That's not what it's about. Compromising means I meet in the middle. We combine our ideas, right? We share ideas. We agree to disagree. If I cannot agree with my partner, my significant other, right? Whoever they may be, then we just don't agree on it. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. We're not meeting in the middle. We're not going to see eye to eye. There's no point of me trying to waste 5 hours or 30 minutes or 2 seconds trying to fight somebody to believe, make them believe what I believe. You are your own person. There is duality and differences in y'all's relationship. The question is this person abusive? Is this person toxic? Are they liars? Are they cheaters? Are they deceivers? Are they manipulators? Are they narcissists? Are they like, somebody who's going to mistreat you and smile to everybody else's face? Or deliberately, with no shame in their eyes, disrespect you? When it crosses that line, that is the time to get out. Ladies, if he hits you one time, leave. Guys, if she hits you one time, leave. Leave. Go. That lady, that person is not for you. And before anybody come after me, guys and women all go through domestic abuse. Domestic abuse does not have a gender. Abusers do not have a gender. There's no like, this abuser is identified as male, or this abuser is all female, or this abuse is called, gender neutral terms. It can be anybody. Any one of us can be abusers. Any one of us can be abused. And the moment that it gets to that, even if it's just the one time, leave, because it's going to get worse. Been there, done that. It's going to get worse. They will continue to hit you. They will continue to cheat. They will continue to lie. They will continue to belittle you and make you feel insignificant and all of that. Relationship takes time, guys. Know who you are getting into bed with. I don't care how beautiful she is, how thick the titties may be, and how bodacious and bouncy the bum. I don't. She could have an hourglass figure, or she could just be very toned and muscled. She can be curvy or petite or whatever. He can be tall, short, thin, curvy, whatever. Okay, I don't care. I don't care how pretty or pleasantly aesthetic their bodies may be, or how sweet the voices may sound as honeysuckle, right? I don't care. Abuse is abuse, toxic is toxic. It will never get better. It will never get better. And even if you guys do decide to work through it, there will always be a part of you that will never trust you. It's like me going over there, like, okay, this was a bay leaf. It used to be big. I burned it because, again, I like smokes, right? I like smoke cleansing. This bay leaf cannot be the way that it was before it got burnt. Just like your relationship can't be the way it used to be before you got cheated, before you got abused, before you got hurt. If you guys try to make it work, there's always going to be that side of you that's never going to really recover. Because deep down in your heart of hearts and souls, and just like my sister says, and her nuggets, right? And your nuggets, you know that there's always a possibility that they're still doing it. There's a piece of you that will never trust them and love them the same way. So if you see abuse in that relationship, go. Don't be Captain Save-A-Ho. Don't be Bob the Builder. Do not be a Bob the Builder bitch, guys. This goes for my kings, queens, and royals in betweens. My he's and she's and theys and thems. Don't do it. Don't do it. And not worth it. Be in a relationship when you're ready to receive love. When you know your worth and you can connect with somebody who will love you the way that you want to be loved. If you are scared to be in a relationship, you are not ready for a relationship. You don't want to be alone, so that's why you're doing a relationship. Those are not good reasons. They're not good reasons. Relationship takes time. The first step is the honeymoon phase where, oh my goodness, they're so cute and they love him so much and everything they do is precious. And after a few like months or so, right, the honeymoon phase fades. And you're starting to see all those cute little things. Some of them are very annoying, and you're kind of like, is this relationship gonna work? I don't love him like I used to, right? She's kind of boring now. You're going to start learning each other's personalities now. You're going to learn her little quirks, his little quirks, their flaws, okay? And you're going to kind of mix and match your personalities. Me, I'm a very creative, very like hyperactive person. And when I love somebody, I'm a giver. I give so much. So, um, I'm going to wrap this up, guys, and then I'm really sorry. We are going to have part four because my sister needs me. So I have to go down and I have no idea how to like pause this. So if you guys know how to do that, nope. Okay, well, if you guys know how to like pause the videos and y'all have like read or watched these things, just let me know in the comment below, please, because I don't know how to pause them. Anywho, so like I was saying, for your spiritual outlook, heal. You're gonna make new friends. You're gonna make new connections and people who are worth your motherfucking time. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, as well as don't fall into empathy. If you guys are struggling with empathy, you're kind of like have your emotions where you're compassionate and kind one moment, but then you kind of shut off and feel nothing and think nothing and have nothing. It could be a mental or emotional disability or problem or issue that you may be having. It could be depression and anxiety. It could be rage. And it's really important to go to your doctor and ask them for like medicine. I take some medicine to help me with like my depression and anxiety so that way I don't have panic attacks or get overwhelmed. I also do meditation and like, breathing exercises, grounding myself, doing prayers and things of that nature to help me balance as well. If you don't like chemicals and you're scared that the chemical thing and you want to do organic, look up there are organic things. You can use lavender, you can use peppermint, you can use lemongrass, you can use rosemary, you can use cinnamon, you can use skullcap, you can use mugwort, you can use ashwagandha, which I know sounds like a made up herb, but it's real. You can use dandelions, you can use roses and things of that nature. You can use herbs, you can use them as tea, you can use them as like gummies, you can use turmeric. Turmeric is like the orange version of ginger, but it tastes very earthy and it's not very spicy, but it's very earthy and it's good for your health, antibiotics and things. And you can use different stuff. You can go to like a practitioner or an herbalist, a specialist, right? Somebody that specializes herbs, and they can look at you and you can take like a practitioner doctor or herbal doctor, or you can ask your doctors for alternatives that are organic that you can take. You don't have to take chemical based medicine to help you out with depression, anxiety, anger, rage, and sadness and things of that nature. Okay? Empathy is a defense mechanism. So when our body is overwhelmed, exhausted, terrified, or scared, and it can't go over there and do it all at once, right? Yeah. It's going to go over there and it's going to shut down. And then you're going to be on autopilot. So you're going to be going through your day, but you're just going to be hollow, empty, and numb. It's okay. You're not crazy. It's just you're going through empathy. And instead of having everything dealt at with once, it's supposed to help you slow down and be like, okay, well, now since we're not clouded with our emotions, mind, and thoughts, let's go over there and deal with this problem. And we carry that deal with the next problem, but it doesn't work the way that it's supposed to. Okay. I struggled with empathy for like decades, like fucking like 13, 14, 15 fucking years. And with witchcraft and everything, I learned how to heal from it, as well as to be open with my doctors about my anxiety and how I feel. Like, hey man, I sometimes feel like a loser. I don't feel like I'm doing a good enough job. I feel like I'm a failure. I don't like this feeling. I get really frustrated. I'm overworking and I don't know what to do. And I'm just really scared that you guys will think that I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy, right? Like I'm not losing my mind. But yeah, talk to your doctors, guys. Talk to your doctors. Next up, we are going to be on part 4, and we are going to talk about January through December, as well as obstacles, solutions, and the major theme for 2025. Thank you guys so much for being very patient. And I guess this is what we'll be doing, is just going through parts for our 2026 year reading. So that way it's not too much. Because again, this is a long reading. We're getting into the details of it. All right. All right. Peace, love, and deuces, guys. Slay the day, be happy, and be gay. In spirit, obviously. Peace out. Bye. If you like what I do, follow and subscribe for more, okay? Follow MARIKUM